Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Hawk versus 120 taking place here on Swamped Temple. Over here on the bottom right hand side of the map, we have 120 spawning as the red Undead. Standard openings are already underway. Over here on the top left, we have Hawk spawning as the blue human. Altar of Kings, Barracks, Farm, all being laid down by the human. Meanwhile, Altar of Darkness, Ziggurat, Crypt, not necessarily in that order, also being played down as well. I don't know this map well. Is it balanced with different creeps on each side? It's actually very balanced, even though it doesn't look that symmetrical. So if you take a look at it here, the creep camps, mercenary camp here. I believe there's a mercenary. Nope, is it the mercenary camp here? Yeah, mercenary camp here. So it's almost symmetrical along this axis, coming from like an 8 o'clock position all the way to the 2 o'clock position. It's symmetrical that way. So you should see this creep camp, rock golem creep camp, right outside your front door. Difficult to gain access to since it's on the high ground with the opening leading to the center. Your opponent has the same exact thing on the opposite side as well. There is this creep camp here with the title lord, and that is the same creep camp here with this title lord. So it is symmetrical along this axis. And then there are a little bit of different shading elements that show what is going on or what is happening throughout. All right, what is going to be happening next here? Archmage, yes, will be making its rounds out. Town Hall, training up some additional peasants. No big surprises. It is going to be a Lich first coming in from 120. So 120 with the unorthodox opening. Hopefully, well, we get to see something very entertaining. All right, Archmage on the move. Water Elemental already out as well. What's going to be going down? Giant spiders with some additional spitting spiders being placed out. You can see all of that poison damage there from that giant spider, trying to spread out all of that damage. Meanwhile, let's take a look back off to the north here. Spitting Spider continuing to, well, poke away at that Water Elemental there as we see an illusion now heading back. A little bit of poison to finish that off as the Spitting Spiders will get taken down. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest have been added as they go ahead and make their way over here to the bottom left or center left side of the map. You can take a look. Lich does have a Rod of Necromancy, has a Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, and may try to do or may try to make some sort of play here in just a moment. Frost Nova onto the Forest Troll High Priest here. Forest Troll High Priest could end up getting taken down. A big issue, however, is the fact that there is no Death Knight. Without the Death Knight, well, ghouls and other creeps, ghouls can actually take down creeps fairly fast. Ghouls do not have that much life in them. As you're going to take a look, there goes another ghoul there. Archmage, Illusion, causing problems by blocking some of that escape right there, as that is what you saw. All right, Lich in serious trouble. 120 Archmage shows up to the party and says, you know what? I'm going to get some easy kills. Lich going to get taken down. And now Romantic gets up to level 2 on his Archmage and also picks up a Pendant of Energy. Romantic in a great spot right now. Hires up a Forest Troll Berserker and may try to do a little bit of follow-up play. Meanwhile, Footman still being added back into this game here. Forest Troll Berserker will get taken down. Let's take a look at what is happening next. Forest Troll Berserker, Forest Troll Shadow Priest wanting to get to level 3. Null Overseer Creep Camp. Militia now being marched on over as well, as we are going into a lumber mill. Archmage will get into that position right here, right now. Timing is going to be a little bit precarious. What is going to be going down is the Archmage going to be able to finish off that Null Warden. Null Warden quickly gets in a little bit of damage, but purges the wrong unit as the Water Elemental finally hits the ground. Both those units, the Null Warden and the Forest Troll High Priest quickly taken out here. Meanwhile, Water Elemental down to 18 hit points. Looks like it will get taken out, but shortly after, the Null Overseer will fall as well. Lich was so close to getting that pendant. It's Hawk. Yeah, didn't I say it's Hawk? Yeah. All right, did I say the wrong name for a second? I am sorry. Hawk continuing to put pressure here. Water Elemental will go will absorb a lot of damage. Meanwhile, back on the other side, a solo or a lone Lich right now sitting at level 2, not going to be in that good of a spot. We are getting up the graveyard. Slaughterhouse should not be too far behind, but the Archmage now already sitting at the cusp of level 4. That is going to be a big problem. Level 4, level 2 Brilliance Aura, adding in even more mana across multiple units. And as you get more casters, that Archmage's passive ability just gets better and better. Archmage already up to 320 mana. Picks up an additional Tome of Intelligence +2, more damage, more mana as well, adding in a Mantle of Intelligence, and all of a sudden, well, that Archmage has a good amount of mana and is actually dealing, what is that? 7, at least 7 points more damage after all of those items. Archmage is going to be looking to perhaps try and fight back here. There goes the Skeletal Minion. Clarity Potion was in fact used. Scroll of Regeneration. Units are ready to roll on out. Lich sitting at level 2, going up against an Archmage who is already at level 4. 30 supply compared to 37. This expansion off over here is going to end up taking a bit of damage. And are we perhaps going to see a miscalculation by Hawk? If Hawk overextends here, he may end up losing much more than he bargained for, as additional skeletal minions try to dive on in to put pressure onto the expansion location. Meanwhile, Slaughterhouse, about halfway done, is going to get canceled, down to 300 hit points, down to 100 hit points. Does it get canceled? I'm not 100% sure. Death Knight now finally shows up. Is it going to Death Coil? Yes, is able to save a low hit point Ghoul to try and live and fight another day. Ghoul is trying to head back across here. Ziggurat not yet done being upgraded, as one Ghoul gets finished off. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Berserker gets another Ghoul again. May try and go after some additional units as a Lich shows back up to the party to try and finish off some of those units. Alright, low hit point units now making their way back. Is the Death Knight going to be able to get off a Death Coil or perhaps finish off that Forest Troll Berserker? One more shot should have done it. There it goes, as the Forest Troll Berserker down to 132 hit points. So far, the Forest Troll Berserker able to look to block the path of the Death Knight. Death Knight unable to Death Coil himself, and, well, is going to be forced to retreat. Lich sitting at level 3. Death Knight sitting at level 1, taking more damage from those water elementals. Once more, Archmage is here ready to go to put pressure onto that Death Knight. Death Knight was down to 42 hit points, but somehow was able to escape, as the water elementals unable to get enough damage onto that Lich to try and finish him off. Alright, Archmage is going to be going after that Death Knight. Death Knight definitely saved again, as a potion of healing used in time to save that Death Knight from near death. Lich has been constantly burst healed. Is it going to be enough, as the water elementals look like they're going to, push and take down multiple units from range? So far, though, Skeletal Minion is going to get taken out. Archmage sitting at level 4, getting very close to level 5. Could try and do a little bit of a comeback here, as the Death Knight is out of mana. Skeletal Minion is joining back in on the fight, finishes off the water elemental, but I don't believe any experience was really given, as the Death Knight sits at level 1. 20 supply compared to 33. 120 in a world of hurt. Is he going to be able to get away, as the Footman, now down to 28 supply, should really consider heading back home? Slaughterhouse trying to be reconstructed again, but things are so looking up for Hawk. He should be able to easily finish off this game, as long as he does not make any tragic mistakes. Lich now trying to back up again. Turns back around, going after the Ogre Mauler. Death Knight is, well, has a little bit more health. And is it going to be enough, as the Slaughterhouse once again destroyed? Level 2 now on the Death Knight. Faster movement speed, going after those water elementals. There goes one. Death Knight could try and Death Coil to save the Lich. Archmage seems like it's close enough by, as the Death Knight gets in one shot. Is going to be able to do all that much, down to 198. Oh, Death Coil could finish it off right there. Why isn't it doing it? Nope, finally able to head back here. There goes the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Death Knight down to 105. Lich could get Death Coiled right here, as this Mountain King, wishes it was halfway across the map. Water Elementals down to 229 hit points. Archmage gets another fireball off onto the Death Knight. Lich gets up to level 4. Dark Ritual right there, as the Lich now tries to do a little bit of a chase. Mountain King here, ready to go. 32 supply compared to 25. What is happening next? Death Knight still leading in this charge here, as the Death Knight has to be extremely careful. Water Elemental could turn back around and try to get in some damage. There is a Stormbolt Death Coil onto the Lich. Lich is alive, at least for a little while, as he may, well, consider his other options. There you go. There's that Lich still wandering back around. There's another Death Coil. Stormbolt onto the Lich. Lich down to 175 hit points. 141, 112. Death Knight Lich still doing a big chase. And there you have it. Mountain King will not be able to finish off that Lich, as the Scroll of Town Portal was used early enough to take that Mountain King out of the chase. Archmage, Clarity Potion, Healing Salve. Excuse me, Scroll of Regeneration. Meanwhile, Death Knight seeing that level 2. High H and then Y. Lich out onto the field seeing that level 4. Death Knight at level 2. Easy creep camp to clear out at this stage, as the supply count 52 over 54 compared to 28. Been watching you like for 3 years now. Glad to catch you live. I think some people have been watching me since 2009. So not to belittle what you do, but yeah, I feel old saying that I've been casting Warcraft 3 for over 9 years. Archmage back across off to the north. Level 3 Crab Limb Ripper gonna get cleared up. Mountain King, Pendant of Energy, followed by Boots of Speed, as we are gonna have the Death Knight now show up to the party. Lich is very much right behind, could cause problems. Mountain King could easily Stormbolt. I'm not quite sure why it's not doing that. There it goes. Archmage gets up to level 5 now. Mountain King, why isn't it Stormbolting? There's a Stormbolt. Death Coil should be coming across. There it is, but it still, well, is enough, as the Lich down to 98 hit points. Meanwhile, Archmage is here ready to go. We are going to be looking at Gryphons, and all of a sudden, Gryphons are going to really eat into these Obsidian statues. The Gryphons should be able to move fast enough to catch back up. 120 retreating back with these Obsidian statues, as they take far too much magic damage and would have ended up a pile of dust in a matter of moments. All right, are you planning on casting Warcraft 3 Reforged games? If I have access to the replays, of course I will. Paladin out here, ready to go. Rock Golem going to be here as well. Tome of Agility now being left behind. Mountain King. And this is a very large army of Gryphons, much larger than I would have normally thought, as we are going to be looking at the Rock Golem perhaps getting taken out. There it goes. It does get taken out. I believe the Death Knight ends up picking up the item. Yes, Scroll of the Beast was picked up right there, as the remaining units still doing chase. Flying Sheep, yes, my daughter would have mentioned the Flying Sheep already. Lich getting Stormbolted from the back, trying to get away. Death Knight nearby enough. Obsidian statues need to get in some major heals, and does so in time to save the Lich again.
Research complete.
Paladin. No. Wait. Paladin now ready to continue to charge on down here. Okay, apparently I got disconnected from the servers. Hopefully this replay does not get reset, as the Null Overseer now about to get taken down here. Paladin gets up to level 2. Mountain King sitting at level 2 as well. Archmage is nowhere to be found, as he wants to get those additional heroes higher up in level. The Gryphons, this is actually an interesting choice here. Based upon the units, the Gryphons are able to clear out these creep camps very, very fast. If you're able to take down these high or harder creep camps, then all of a sudden your level 5 or your late level 2, second and third hero can all of a sudden make a sudden jump to level 3, which causes a lot of problems. All right, Crypt Fiends are out onto the field here. Let's take a look, trying to go up onto the high ground, and here we have it. Mountain King gets into a Stormbolt onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend could end up getting taken down. Mountain King going after. There's a Thunderclap slowing everything up, as the Divine Shield Paladin going after units still. All right, continuing to just try and chase down units again. There is some Devour Magic, as another Destroyer getting taken down. The Gryphons going straight after the weaker units. Knights now joining in on the fight, and even though the unit matchup is not altogether that great, the Destroyers just simply have too many other extra Gryphons to worry about. All right, there goes one, continuing to just bolt their way through. Is the Mountain King going to be able to get off a big Stormbolt? It looks like it will be able to shut down that Crypt Fiend. Unable to get the Lich, though, as the Lich also has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. All right, Dark Ritual heading back every which way. Archmage still in that front line. Big damage heading back. There goes another Knight right there, as we are looking at the Destroyers trying to chase after Paladin. Paladin stays alive at level 3. Should perhaps be trying to back up here, as the Destroyers are living up to their name, taking down many of these additional units here. All right, Paladin is going to be in major trouble. Is it going to be able to get away? That is the question. Down to, what is that, 45 hit points. Destroyers are here ready to go. Paladin is here ready to go as well. Paladin may try and pick up, yes, picks up a potion of healing and survives another time. There goes the Death Knight with a big Stormbolt there. Staff of Sanctuary saves the Paladin, as the Gryphons are now trying to chase after, and will be able to get an Obsidian statue pretty much wide open. 47 to 77 damage. An army of Gryphons just there to shut down units, and Hawk winning the economic war, and perhaps the final outcome of this game as well. So difficult for 120 to get back into it. All right, Dragon Turtle, if you did not know, I believe all level 10 creeps are in fact immune to magic. Is it? Nope, never mind. They are taking magic damage there. Rune of Lesser Resurrection. Why not use it? Is he going to pick it up? No? Resurrect your dead to fight again. All right, meanwhile, Archmage now coming back across here, able to take down another Obsidian statue. Death Knight trying to get away, and that is pretty much going to be the game. The economic advantage for Hawk was far too much, and that is the game there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.